Okay, there we go, guys. So there it is, set up, beautiful. So I've got a nice leader on there as well, nice and thin. So I don't want them to see that line at all. And onto a good open face spinnerbait. So let's do this. Let's pitch it in there, and hopefully we can get some catches. Welcome to pitching class lesson 2, and there it is, the spinnerbait's on. What we're going to do today is we're just going to make sure, first of all, that the reel, just make it so that it just comes off nice and smoothly. You don't want it coming off too fast. If you need to adjust the side magnet, do so. Tighter is a little bit better. I like this at the minute. Let's just have a look. Well, there's a bass right there. Wow. And active too. Bass behind it again. Have a look. You can see them. They're chasing. They're just starting to chase around, man. This is interesting. So when you pitch, just grab it like this. You can see how I don't put my hand on the bait because I don't want to hook up my finger. Underneath like that, hold it up, swing it, and let go with your thumb. Your thumb lets go and then goes back on. Lets go and goes back on. And it's the most accurate way of casting. There is no other way that is better than this. And you can really get it underneath and in stuff. See this tree in front of me. So if I swing it under the tree and to the back, there you go. See, I skim that in there, and I'm able to work it out. And that's the beauty of pitching. Pitching, you can hit your targets right close to your targets, and that's what you want, because sometimes if you get in the right place, it's just a reaction strike, and that's what you want. The fish will pick it up as it hits the water. So nice and easy underneath. There it is, and then I bring it out. And the beauty of it is, you know, I'm able to cover lots of water like this, you see, and I'm putting it right to my targets. It's a big fish bait, so baby fish are going to see it, but they're not going to take it. A big fish will hammer it if it sees it and it's right. So just keep it nice, and then your cadence is nice after that. You can also side roll cast as well, okay, if you want to do that, if you want to get round something. But holding it straight up just like that, swinging it and releasing at the same time, and you can see the result. It's right in the money every time. And as this current's taking us in, you can see I can just keep flipping it and retrieving it and flipping it and retrieving it, and I can just keep doing that all the way down this bank, and of course that's going to definitely get strikes. Make sure your bait is nicely tuned in so that when it hits the water, as it hits it, you can start drawing back and it's already in its stride, because that's very important. You don't want to have it tangled up or anything else like that, or it's not working straight away. The fish needs to see it as a sudden a fish trying to escape all of a sudden, or a school of fish coming past and they panic, and that's what creates a reaction strike, which is really what a spinnerbait is all about. And you can do this with all sorts of other baits as well, but here in Australia, this is the one bait that it does work very well with, is just a spinnerbait. And you can see how I can put it back in there again, 2 casts in there in quick succession. The fish may see it the first time and not react, and then see it the second time and react straight away. So that's the beauty of it, and that's why you want to do it. You can skip stuff, you can skip under stuff, you can skip into stuff, and that's really a benefit to you when you're fishing. Pitching into the reeds, look at nice and deep, you can get into those reeds and then straight on out. So as it hits the water, you can start your retrieve, which makes it very appealing for a fish. So that's why, look at that bass, 2 of them coming out. They're coming out at it, guys. They're coming out at it. I can't believe it. They're not taking it. Another good bass. That was a nice size bass too. Really nice looking bass, that one. Come right up to it and then pulled away. Is it the dropping tide that they're going to start hitting it? I reckon we're going to get some action just now. I really do. You can see her pitching under the trees. Look, it's just lovely into the back there. Nice soft touch on the water. You can get your bait to really be nice and soft on the water as it touches, which is good. Look at that bass behind it again. Oh my gosh, they're right behind it. They just don't want to take it. Roll cast is just when you hold it like this, roll it around and underneath something. There you go. You see you can skip it underneath trees and things like that. Quite cool. And also you can pitch it as well. So pitching will get underneath the trees as well. Have a look. So there's a nice pitch. All the way back in there, see? So it's a handy tool to have. Roll casting is good too. You roll and pitch and you can get underneath stuff. I'll cover a bank like that just with roll casts quite a bit. Just roll, 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 roll. Something that I've obviously used before and it's worked. And yeah, just really trying to get a fish to come out and hit it. I've had 2 bites on the spinnerbait, so that's, well, 2 bumps, 2 nudges. So, you know, again, they're just biting short. And there's a fish right there. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, that's what I was looking for. And she's a beauty too. Oh yes, that's it. I knew that dropping tide was going to be a deal. I knew that dropping tide was going to be a deal. Fabulous. Finally, that dropping tide has come through, and I've got a nice bass on here. I knew it was going to happen. I had 2 fish come up and whack this spinnerbait, and then I'm going to try and lift it. I'm going to break my rod. There she is. Yes, 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 yes. And that makes it all worthwhile, everybody, to get that first fish on the drop. And as I was saying, and I'm using the spinnerbait, I just started recording again on my chest cam, and talking about the fact that I was just going to thump the water and look for that dropping tide. Look at that beauty. Absolute stunning fish, and that's what we came here for, up the river. So there it is, man. Again, that spinnerbait comes through for me every time on the Hawkesbury River. This is just a bait that I actually built up myself. I like to build my own baits, and just that color, that chartreuse color with a little bit of sort of silver bass scale color on it, seems to work very well up here. And I've got a green, no, actually it's a watermelon, red, black and silver flake grub on the back, and I've got a dropper hook that sits right on that tail, so if they grab that tail, they're going to grab that hook. So there it is, guys. That's what I got this one on. Tight lines. Go get some yourself right here. Yeah.